Hi everyone, I'm Jack Red, and I'm going to be comparing two versions of Beavis and Butt Head. One on the Sega Genesis, the other one on the Super Nintendo. Now, here's the one I played in my childhood, Beavis and Butt Head. This was one of my favorite games of all time, especially for a Sega game. This one just pulled all the stops, and I still think it's the best Beavis and Butt Head game of all time. Now, the first round is basically going to be comparing the opening, the main menu, which is this, and the theme song. Now, here's the Super Nintendo version. You're gonna notice that this one's slightly crappier. Okay? They give you that, which I'm not gonna show you the whole thing on that. Now, if you were to be able to hear this theme song right here, it is crappy compared to the Sega Genesis one, which was a lot better and closer to the cartoon. But I gotta give them props because that looks pretty damn close to what the cartoon looks like. So let's go on to the next part. This was the demo screen. I didn't mean to show that, but I'll leave it in there just to get an idea of how the game plays before I get into the post. Now, here is the main menu. Now, in that round, Sega Genesis one. Round two is basically the story. Here's the Sega Genesis version of the story. Basically, a good summary of the story is you find out that Gar is having a concert. Yeah, you want to get in for basically, you had these two tickets, but a dog cheer them all up, which turns out to be Mr. Anderson's dog, and you are basically finding a way how to get these tickets. Basically, to get all the pieces back so you can actually get in the Gar's concert and party and basically rock out. So I'm going to let you watch it as you notice that it is very Beavis and Butthead like. Now, one thing I do have to say offhand is I didn't really pay attention to the story at all when I was playing this when I was a kid. But looking at it today, it looks a lot like the cartoon by today's standards. So I like this story quite a lot. So I'm going to show you the other one, Super Nintendo version. Okay, this is basically the story for this one. They want to get in for free. They want to get in the Garbage concert, and they don't want to get a single ticket. So in other words, they're going to just sneak in illegally, and yeah. They're doing the same thing as the Sega Genesis one, but they're just doing it slightly different. Still the same thing, you know, you're still going to get there near the end, just different. But I gotta say for offhand that I rather play the Sega Genesis one more than this, but I am getting the Super Nintendo one a fair chance here, as I did take some time to get these the way I want them. I couldn't do full screen with the Super Nintendo one as I had some issues with that. So here is the gameplay on the Sega Genesis one. This category is basically controlling Beavis and Butt Head. So basically, for the last round, no question, the story just made more sense to the Genesis one. Now here, basically, you can pick up shit, you can actually explore some areas of the game. Eventually, the model line has the most backtracking of all of them. Now, if you get the fishing pole, you can actually fish tickets in your living room. But that's a big button masher, and it's really tough to do. So, I'm going to show you the Super Nintendo one now. It basically starts you off, it's like your traditional platformer to get you in the game. Now, unlike the Sega Genesis one, which you can switch between Beavis and Butt Head, and they both have their own infinite, their own lives. In this one, they shared life, meaning if one gets hit, the other one gets hit. If one dies, they both die in this case. Oh, look at that. One hit took most of my health away. What do you say to that? That, my friend, is bullshit. I mean, who designs a game this bad? Especially for a Beavis and Butt Head game. But anyway, I'm just trying to give this some respect since I'm a big fan of the show. I always have been when I was a kid. So, I do apologize if I pissed some people off with that. But it's the truth, though. This is how I felt so many years that I only played the Sega Genesis version of it. So, Sega Genesis 1 wins just because I can play it a lot better. Now, here's the category of just the level designs. The last one was just basically how you control Beavis and Butt Head. This one right here is how the levels work. And yeah, basically, to get certain tickets, you had to basically be creative with it. Like, for instance, for this one, you gotta think a rat in this guy's fries, and he pukes out the ticket. But that's just how you do it. Now, to get in the store here, you gotta actually spell Butthead to get in there. Anyway, what else here? If you were a fan of Beavis and Butt Head, I would recommend this game to anyone who's a big fan of Beavis and Butt Head. One thing I can't say you would like about this game is that even though it gives you the game over screen as soon as you die, the game is easy to learn, you can get back in it real easy, And the bosses, there's only two bosses, but that's the thing. One is easy to defeat. The other one takes you a while to figure out exactly what it is about it. Now, I forgot here for a brief moment that you're supposed to give the guy the actual rat with French fries. Oh, okay. Anyway, if you can't tell who that is, that's actually Stuart's dad right there. He is an angry customer and he wants his fries. So yeah, I'm just gonna think of something else to bring up. Another thing you should notice about this one is that Beavis actually burps and Butthead actually farts. So if you play as one and the other, then you will realize that they have that big difference between the two. But mostly there is certain one weapon in total that Butthead and Beavis can use. But this is the game over screen. I like this one a lot better than the Super Nintendo one. Now here's the Super Nintendo one, how this one plays. Now, you're gonna realize this one is pretty much crap. It really is. Like, the enemies keep flying at you. Like, Todd in the first level just keeps coming at you. And you're just getting so annoyed with it. I mean, it just... I don't understand why they just made this one so cheap. I wanted to like this game, just out of curiosity that I'm a big Beavis and Butt Head fan. I love the movie. I've been a big fan of the show, and that's just me. So, what else can I say? The levels assigned for this, for some of the levels, they actually repeat the level of design. I mean, you have to go through the same part of the level you've been through before, just on a different part, and it repeats. I know what you're thinking, what the hell were they thinking when they made this? But, hell, that's just how some people made the games back then. They don't do that now, and I'm glad they don't do it now, because imagine how much money would have been lost just repeating the level designs. Trust me, you would lose more money than basically Obama not being a good president. But you don't see Obama being a bad president now, do you? So let's see what else here. Well, basically the first boss was actually the guy who just keeps kicking on Locker, Todd, and this good friend. But they also appear in the Sega Genesis version, though they're not boss characters. But yeah, they're only like Todd's in a few levels, while his friend's only in one particular level. But he can be a real pain to get rid of at times. Since there is the respawn thing with him and certain enemies in the game. So I'm going to show you a little piece, a little more piece of this level, and then I'm going to switch on to the next one. Now, unlike the Sega Genesis one, which gives you really one-man chance to basically redeem yourself, basically play the whole game without dying, even though I did say it's easy to come back, this one gives you multiple lives. But unlike what you would be thinking, that the realize around pretty fast if you know what you're doing in this game. But it's mostly like usual platforms. You go from the left and you gotta go all the way to the right. In certain cases, you know, this can take a really long while. So yeah, I'm showing you how they die in this version. You gotta admit it's crappy in the Sega Genesis one. So we're gonna go in the final category, overall the endings. I got these straight off of YouTube. Hi, I kind of messed up on the audio, so I apologize. This is actually the Sega Genesis one. This is the ending. All you do is you're given 2 full tickets that you found pieces of, and you just go in there and gore, and that's basically it. You don't get no ending boss fight, and you're gonna have fun. Now, as you can tell, you're gonna see more members of Gore, and you're gonna basically rock out. Now, everyone loves that if you're rock out with your cock out. That's basically what you're doing here. I was gonna show you the whole ending, but I was gonna put it on a certain length where it can actually be on YouTube and for the birth. So I deeply apologize for that. I want to say that I hope my comparison has helped some Beavis and Butt Head fans make up their minds of which version is better. But ultimately, I like the Sega Genesis one more. Not just because I grew up with it, just feel that there's better aspects in the Sega Genesis version compared to the Super Nintendo version. But that's just me. You know, everyone knows that I'm a big fan of Sega Genesis, and I like Super Nintendo and all those. And this is just one thing that I can say that Sega did, but Nintendo don't. So, let's go right into the next ending, which will be the Super Nintendo ending. And I hope you enjoy this one. I hope you do. So, I'm going to show you real fast. Now, okay, this right here is the Super Nintendo version. You only see one guy from Galar just performing by himself, rather than a whole group like you do in the Sega Genesis version. Now, you're actually seeing a picture of a few, just mainly 2, with Beavis and Butt Head actually taking a picture with them. And yeah, it was a pretty crappy game. I gotta say, I give it a little respect, but not a lot. So ultimately, I gotta say the Sega Genesis one was a lot better in so many aspects. So this is Jack Red, and I hope you enjoyed the video.